there was a moment for you, Guy, where like you got pretty emotional, and like talk us through that. Like, were you genuinely fearing your life?
Yeah, pretty much. As you saw in the film, we found this left slab that kind of we had. I mean, going into the trip, the expectation to find waves was like pretty minimal. Like we thought it'd get like 2 to 3 foot, like kind of that first surf we had, like sunshine, snowy mountains in the background, and that was kind of what we were there for. And then a swell popped up on the radar, and we got in the chopper in search of coast and found that left slab out the helicopter window, which was just insane. And we landed the helicopter on the beach, and the wave was about 1 kilometer out to sea, and it was, minus 15 and 1 degree water. So that's like, you're already kind of battling the elements before you even get in the water. I decided to shoot off a longboard. I thought there was a bit of a channel in the water. So it's about a 20-25 minute paddle out there, and you're already kind of freezing.
Yeah, and what's that like? Like, break down that paddle for us.
So the shorey itself was like an 8-foot shorey on like a pebbly beach. So the boys kind of headed out before me, and then Anton and I, because he wasn't really going to surf. He'd never seen a wave like that in his life. Like he was just losing it. He was like, I can't believe this is real, because he's more of a longboarder on a fish. Yeah. So he helped me get through the shorey with a longboard, and had like a long lens in the camera, so I had quite a bit of gear. It was quite heavy. So we waited for probably like 15 minutes between a gap in the shore break. So even that was like hectic, and then getting out and just that paddle, like the current was super strong, but it was pulling us out, so that was okay. And then we got out there, and Fraser got one straight away, which is like insane, because it's a wave that had never been surfed before in the far east of Russia, like surrounded by volcanoes and mountains. It was super surreal, and I think I shot for maybe like half an hour or so, and the current was just kind of sucking me into the reef, like where the wave was breaking. So I was kind of trying to manage where I was sitting the whole time and manage not being too cold. And then, as you saw, there was some freaking like giant waves and sets rolling through. And unfortunately, I got caught on the inside of one. It kind of broke in front of me, and I just got smoked. Yeah, like when you do go under the water when it's that cold, like it literally takes your breath away. So for that to happen, that went on for maybe like 20 minutes or so. And I was getting dragged along this kind of rocky outcrop, probably 500 meters from where the wave broke, with a 10-foot log attached to me and like a 5-kilo housing in my hand. So I was pretty like distraught. And then I kind of got swept to the inside, and my leggy got caught on a rock, and I couldn't get out of the spot where I was. I was like panicking. And because we've got like 7mm mitts on, so I couldn't get the leg rope off my leash. So it was just like a lot going on at the time. And then eventually I got pushed to the other side of the bay. So I'm probably 1.5 kilometers or 2 k's away from the helicopter at this point, from like safety, and I'm just by myself, and full of 1 degree water and cramping up, and I was like pretty distraught. And then made my way out to the back to where the boys were, and they were like, "Are you okay? Where have you been?" And I was like, "I'm all right." Like internally I was fucked, but I didn't want to be like, cry. I didn't want to cry, but eventually I saw the flares going off from the pilots on the beach, and that was like, it was time to go, because there was a storm coming in. So there's, like you're saying, it's just you against the elements.
Dude, and even once you'd gotten to the boys, I feel like you're still like, I'm still out here. It's like something could happen. So you kind of stay composed. It's almost like, and then you hit the shore and you were just like...
I was distraught. And even the paddling, like the boys, I don't think they realized how like rattled I was at this point.
Yeah. Why didn't you want to show it? Why didn't you want to cry?
I don't know. I think I was just like trying to like get to the beach. I was like, I'm fine. I'll get through it. Because I guess that's always my mentality. I've never had a moment like that ever in the ocean.
Wow.
Like I always try and stay calm, because I know that's what you got to do. But I think like just exhaustion. I think part of me really wanted to get shots that I didn't get that surf, because I was like, you put your body on the line to get these shots, and I got smoked. And then from the inside, I'm seeing these guys catch waves. So part of me is like, fuck, I've blown this so hard. So there's that part of it. And then like exhausted, cold.
Freezing cold, like not to mention the freezing cold.
I know. It's like so cold. Like it's hard to describe. Like you guys, we're all just in the ice bath together, but it's like that getting like swept under waves, and like you can't just get out and be like, okay, back to safety.
And not only like the air temps, what, minus 15, minus 20 or something. Like,
dude, when you're up, and like in the shots as well, you can see some of the wind was just gnarly.
Oh yeah, like you add wind to that, and it's just like.
And then it's like you're not even there. Like you need how long's the helicopter ride back to?
Half an hour heli ride. So.
An hour maybe.
Yeah, like in your mind, it would be so easy to just fall and spiral. So I think it's amazing that you held yourself together to get back to shore.
And it melted as we got to shore. Right on cue. I think we were talking before about like getting those real moments, and that was like, that was probably the other real moment of that whole film, where like it was pretty hard for me to just like film it, but like I had to film it. It was like, it was such a raw, real moment and like serious, like, and I think it brought, like, after the success of finding the wave and surfing, and it was like, I don't know, as a surfer watching that, I think a lot of people like, holy shit, they've done it, they did it. And then it like snapped back to reality. It's been like the severity of like how quickly it can go wrong and how gnarly it is. Like, yeah, I think it's pretty cool moment. Just, it's like, 2 minutes of the film, and it's basically just one clip, and we just let it roll out and just kept it raw and real. And